U.S. military and civilian aviation played vital roles in shaping Alaska's early history. Planes such as these were used to deliver mail, supplies, and passengers all across Alaska. Over the years, the U.S. military's presence has dramatically increased due to our strategic geographic location. So buckle up and prepare to watch the arrival of our next segment.
The purchase of what is now Alaska from Russia in 1867 for about 2 cents an acre has proved to be one of the best bargains our country has ever made. In 1915, a tent city sprung up on the banks of Ship Creek to begin construction of the Alaska Railroad, and the U.S. Post Office formalized the name Anchorage. The U.S. military began construction of airfields and bases well before the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. The Japanese occupied 2 of the Aleutian Islands in 1942, which further spurred military spending, including the construction of the Alaska Highway connecting Alaska to the lower 48. Eventually, Elmendorf Air Force Base and the Army's Fort Richardson were established just outside of Anchorage. Along with the Air National Guard, the armed forces contribute to a very strong military presence in South Central. Defense spending during the 1950s drove Anchorage's population up from 3,000 to over 47,000, and President Eisenhower made Alaska the 49th state on January 3, 1959. On Good Friday, 1964, the largest earthquake ever recorded on the North American continent was centered just 80 miles from Anchorage, resulting in hundreds of millions of dollars of damage and changes to the landscape that are still visible today. 4 years later, the largest oil field in North America was discovered on Alaska's North Slope, and the construction of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline boosted the local economy for the next decade. Oil revenue began to flow into the state's treasury, and over $1 billion of capital projects took place during the 1980s. So much money was coming in that a savings account was opened in the form of the Alaska Permanent Fund, which has paid an annual dividend to every qualified Alaskan since 1982. For over 18 years, Anchorage has experienced economic growth with little sign of slowing down. With the potential construction of a gas pipeline to the lower 48 states and our strategic military location providing top cover for North America, a strong, vibrant, and opportunistic future lies ahead for Alaska's largest city.